Alright everybody, what is going on? I am doing another video, and today we are at Overland Expo, and this is the first year that they are at Costa Mesa, which is in Southern California, or right outside, it's like Orange County, is the best way to put it. Orange County, California. I'm just getting started. I got here yesterday. Yesterday was load-in day, and then we have 2 days of this. Normally Overland Expo is 3 days long at all their other events. I don't know which ones I'm going to be heading to or going to, but this one is a lot of fun. There is a lot happening here. I have two friends that are actually in this. Kyle is right behind me, and he has the Porsche that you've probably seen in videos before. 1979 Porsche with a rooftop tent, which is made by Roof Space, and I'm actually in their booth right now. But we're gonna walk around the entire show. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a decent sized video because there's gonna be a lot happening. Hopefully it'll be a little more realistic and authentic, which is what I'm all about here. All right, we're gonna get a full tour in of Kyle's rig. I think you guys have seen it in other videos. I actually have no idea what I filmed, or how much I filmed. Hey, you cleaned it.
I didn't, they cleaned it last night.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I said, hey, do you have cleaning products? And he was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Still really dirty.
This is the 1979 Porsche by Kyle. We're gonna get a full tour in with him. He has also been a videographer for me in the past. I think Kyle and I are gonna head, are you gonna come with me?
Where? To
the puppy head auction?
Yeah, you gotta tell me not to get one.
Absolutely, I'll tell you not to get one. The audience are gonna tell you not to get one too.
I just want one so bad.
Let's tell them to get one. Before we get into the rest of this video, which is perfect for the sponsor today, which happens to be Renogy, we're gonna talk a couple minutes about how amazing their mini core batteries are and how I'm going to use them and how you guys can use them for all of the different applications that you want to use. So let's show those mini core batteries going into my truck, and then we'll get back into the Overland Expo that I attended. You know batteries quite well because you've been doing this for a long time. Have you seen them this small? Really? It's 100 amp hour, 12 volt.
Not with a BMS.
Right.
So not with an internal BMS. Like this
and
is
a self-heating. This is
correct.
Self-heating.
Yeah. So this is about the size of a Victron 100 amp hour with no BMS. So honestly, if the ratings are correct, that's a pretty stout little battery for 100 amp hours. Yes.
I'm sitting on my deck draw system right now, and as you guys can see, I can now put it right in that side panel.
We're gonna have two breakers down there, one for each battery, and then the wire is gonna shoot up to the front there, and then come straight up that corner and end up right at the panel.
You can actually open that up.
So that guy doesn't have anything to do with that. So he's still got his whole drawer, access to the batteries, he'll have access to each of the breakers, and they'll be completely covered. So this spot actually works really, really well.
Just for comparison here for everybody, these little lithium batteries that I have here, these 12 volt mini core batteries. In my first van, I did a 400 amp hour gel batteries, also from Renogy. Now this, granted, this was 6 years ago, and I'll maybe throw up an image of that, or maybe I'll try to find some old footage of that. These things I think are 28 pounds. I don't even think they're that heavy, Justin. You can pick them up later, but they're pretty light. These things are super light. Those gel batteries that I had that were 200 amp hours each, so I had two of those to make 400 amp hours. I want to say like 70 pounds a piece. They were super heavy. And the thing about that is I had 400 amp hours of gel batteries, which is only 200 amp hours of usable amp hours, because with gel and AGM batteries, you can only deplete it to 50%. These you can deplete all the way down to 90%, depending on the BMS. Not only just a mini battery that I'm picking up, even hunched over, this is a self-heating lithium battery that I can pretty much put anywhere I want. They're setting up for the, looks like that's a pet adoption. There's a cat. There's a cat on the table here. I don't think we're gonna last very long. It's just a lot of crap. A ton of people here.
Go hang out with Ben until
okay. There's Finnegan. Foundation Vehicles.
People love it. It's a hit. Right at the entrance door.
I know, right? You got a premium spot. Not bad for last minute too. Hi Finnegan.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Got a great spot here.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Last minute, best spot.
I love this kid so much. The only thing is that he's too engineer. Thinks like an engineer, talks like an engineer. But I'm also proud of him because he's a young, major business owner. So I'm gonna continue watching. There's a lot of people here, and I hate recording in public.
Look at that
so.
line right there.
Oh yeah, no, we've got a steady strap.
That's over 1,000 people, just in line waiting.
Really?
I don't know if we're gonna make it over to the pet adoption thing because there's just way too many people over there, and I'm not walking through people to get a look at a dog.
Subarus aren't even that special. That's how they get you by the
And
free
shots
puppies.
fired, everybody.
They get you by the free
Wait,
puppies.
they got free puppies over there?
Yeah.
Not free puppies, it's an adoption clinic. I'm sure you have to
technically
adopt them.
free.
I mean, you just have to pay the adoption.
Oh, good. You got Bill bought some books, some literature.
Yes, we got everything.
Wow, he's way more prepared than you.
What was the
Well, I don't
bumper
have
company
this.
you were talking about yesterday?
Oh, Buckstop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know Buckstop?
Yeah. Buckstop.
We met the owner of Buckstop.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's got to get a Buckstop on that thing right there.
Now I'm going to need to walk around at some point because I got connections to make.
Absolutely. That's more important, honestly.
Yeah, because I'm just fielding a lot of people right here.
Things to see and people to do. Wait, what? No, the other way around. Kyle and I are going to walk around at some point, and we're going to go check out some more stuff. Kyle's now in the Super Pacific right now. What's up?
So the bed slides
Yeah.
and then snaps down.
Doesn't even snap down. Hey, Brett, can he slide the bed?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Go ahead. Just slide it towards you.
Pull it, yeah, and then it'll lock.
Keep going.
Yeah,
There it is. That's what? Much better?
Yeah, no moving parts.
Yeah, just a little.
Not you don't even have to do that, but yeah. What do you think, bud?
Nice. It feels like a big cutting board.
And he's standing on the deck drawer, and you actually had plenty of room in there to stand too.
Yeah, I probably had another foot or so.
What do you think, buddy, of my new purchase? It's not bad.
Better purchase you've made.
One of my better purchases I've made.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. This guy has a red arc system in there. That's pretty cool. I'm very excited to get mine whenever it does come in.
Is this the only rig they brought?
That one right there, and that one, the tan one over there. What's up, guys? I'm with Braxton. I can say, you want to say hi too? Boom, I just got you. There you go. There's Austin, everybody. We're inside the media room right now, and we are, Braxton and I go way back, like 3 years, I just found out. 2 or 3 years? 2 years. Yeah. 2 years. He has an amazing channel called Welcome to the Outdoors. I've actually plugged him several times on this channel. He is the reason I found Roof Space. That's one. You were the reason I found, newer.
The induction
cooktop. Yeah. We're going to walk around the show a little bit, and I'm going to introduce a couple of my friends. But Braxton, you want to say some love for your channel?
The channel is pretty much like Overland Expo, but online. So if you want to see all the new gear, and anything I got a ton of videos on that. So it's just people spouting out their stuff, like, look at this, and it's not, hardcore sales pitchy. It's just, this is a cool item. If you want to see it, go to my website.
That's actually really cool. I actually do love that because, like, I found, because I have people that know this on my channel. I just bought my Super Pacific, and there's a lot of accessories and things that go into having just your camper on a truck.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys, his channel helped me out tremendously. I've watched some of your kitchen videos. I was like, what do I do for a kitchen? That's how I found Newer. You've done everything. Anything that's like product related to overlanding, he has done it. And it's company after company after company after company.
I try to showcase all the brands as possible. So some brands have like millions of dollars worth of marketing budget, while other brands, like, it can be a dude in his shop that doesn't know a thing about marketing, but he might have a really cool product. So I just want to level the playing field and be like, here's everything.
You pick.
You pick.
Yeah, you pick as a consumer. This is great. And then Austin's just doing her job. Hi, Austin.
Hi.
She's running all of the media people. And our food this year at Costa Mesa, chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's been the best.
It's been amazing.
From all the shows.
So it's weird. I only get to see him a few times a year. So.
What's up, guys?
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? Bye.
Yeah, this is it.
Do you have one on display?
Yeah.
All right, for everybody that doesn't know, this is the man, the myth, the legend, Blaine, and everybody. He is.
Hello.
I met him a few years ago. I wanted to do another rooftop tent. If I was going to go with a rooftop tent, it would have been this gentleman right here because it's some of the coolest, awesomest tents. Awesomeness?
Awesomeness,
That's that was
proper.
a word.
Yeah.
Thank you for Kyle for holding the camera right now. But I have actually been in love with not only their rooftop tents, but you make a bunch of accessories.
Yeah, we make a bunch of smaller trail and camp gear, anything from upgraded mattress for your rooftop tent, tire inflation, deflation systems, diesel heaters, you name it, we do it.
And I contacted him a while ago and I was like, dude, why is your diesel heater different or better than anybody else? And pretty much were like, we got it and we kind of do things, don't you?
Yeah, so we started how most people start a few years ago with the typical Chinese diesel heater base. And we've been working with the manufacturer for about 4 years on this specific model now. I swapped out a lot of the internal components. So we have, for example, a German designed fuel pump that auto adjusts the fuel flow rate based off of the elevation that you're at. For us in Colorado, a lot of the challenges at 10, 11, 12,000 feet elevation is the typical Chinese diesel heater is going to choke itself dead, and you're going to wake up in the middle of the night, you're not going to have a running unit, you're going to be freezing. And so that was something that needed to be addressed, especially for the way that we camp. Then we also went ahead, we started insulating the sensors on the motherboard with a ceramic coating, and what that does is it insulates it. We were finding about 2 or 3 years ago that the units in really cold temperatures, talking -10, -15 degrees, they'd have troubles firing up. And so coating those sensors with that ceramic coating insulated them enough that they fire up on that first time without fail. So for a unit that you can call one of us in Denver, Colorado, Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 6:30, and get live human American support that speaks English is incredible for a $499 price point. It comes with everything that you need to get going other than diesel and some power. So you're going to either do a 12-volt system to power it up using the battery terminals of the unit, or we have the ability to convert it to just a wall outlet, so you can plug it into your jackery, your power station, so on and so forth. 15-foot duct comes standard with it, so if you want to set it on the ground and run it up into your tent, you're welcome to do that. I'll run it about 8 hours a night. I'll lose about 5% battery per night. And then 1.3 gallon onboard diesel fuel tank, and that'll last me a 3-day camping trip, and I'll go home with diesel every time. The mediums that we're using it, which is rooftop tents for the most part, we run it on the lowest fan setting, the level 1 out of the 5. Otherwise, it just gets a little too hot too fast.
It'll blow you out of your tent.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it has a thermostat and all that?
No thermostat. It does emit a very dry heat, so those of you that might be heating your current setup with a propane heater or Mr. Buddy or something like that, you might be used to condensation buildup inside of your tent or your camper, etc. With this, it's emitting such a dry heat from that diesel heater that it is a really nice dry heated climate inside of whatever you're heating.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, we're gonna try that out actually, because Blaine has been gracious enough to give me one. Appreciate you, buddy. And we're gonna be going camping in my Super Pacific here rather soon.
Perfect.
So we're gonna actually take it to the test. We're gonna try it out. But that's the unit right down here, Kyle, if you got a shot of it. Yeah, buddy.
Yep. And best feature, forgot to touch on, Bluetooth capable. You don't even have to leave your tent, your camper. You can adjust the fan speed. You can turn it on and off all from your cell phone.
Really?
Yep.
Is there an app for it?
There is.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yep.
4x4 Colorado app?
No, sir.
Okay. We're gonna get one of those, man.
Yeah, we do. We do.
All right. As you guys can see here at some of the tents, Kyle, I know you have a fold-over tent like this, and I think whenever you do another build, I think we're gonna try to get you one of these.
It's very possible.
Yeah, they're actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it looks sick.
How do you like it?
This one reminds me of like the iCamper layout, where
Yeah.
it folds over, a little bit more bulky. The Porsche wouldn't have been great with that. This one's a little long, but I like that one more thin.
Yeah, I like that. It's a little, that was like one of their flagships. What's really nice is Blaine was the one that kind of created this whole, like, see how it like kind of separates and
Yeah.
it's like a different type of hinge?
Yep. Gives you a bunch more space in the headroom.
Yep. Well, or feet, depending on how you look at it.
True.
This is all them down here. This is all their stuff.
Yeah, so the brochure.
That's a good looking app.
But yeah, the tent material itself is probably some of the best that I've felt.
Looks like a man taking his kids to Disneyland.
I don't know if you guys heard that just now, but Tammy's making fun of me. She just said I look like a man that's taking his kids to Disneyland because I have my camera equipment in my backpack. By the way, this is why it's so hard to film at expos like this. We are packed. Tammy, we lost you.
Oh, sorry, I'm his new assistant hired, Tammy.
Are you my new assistant that I didn't know about?
Internship. I'm doing internship.
I think I just missed a phone call. You're my new intern?
Yeah, today
What
we're
are you
at,
doing? Just gonna be on camera?
Yeah, I'll just be reviewing.
Okay.
Getting you water if needed.
Getting me water?
Yeah, if needed. I I just need your card, the company card.
my company card.
I just need the company. Tammy.
Tammy, Jeremy.
Nice to meet you.
There it is, see? Jared.
Hey, Jared, Jeremy.
Jeremy, nice to meet you. See you.
Josh.
Josh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna say hi to these guys. This is why it's so hard to film. It's busy.
Yeah, it's a lot of people here.
Did you pay to get in?
We did pay.
25 bucks?
Plus the $3 processing fee. 28 bucks.
And the $12 parking.
We're supporting the cause.
He doesn't have a booth.
But we're just attending.
No booth here this year.
Just networking.
Now you're like, I kind of wanted a booth.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Signing off for now. I'll be right back. I'm back here at the Roof Space booth, but I got visited by a good old buddy of mine. Actually, you're not old. We've just known each other a long time.
Yeah, you're old.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Insecurities. JP, he's actually been on my channel about 4 years ago, I would say.
Wow. Yeah, almost 5.
About, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But he also just told me of a project he's working on right now, just started.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say all that stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
plug it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Jeep Comanche with a Chinook shell.
Yeah. Comanche Chinook.
The Comanche Chinook.
Comanche Chinook.
One of one. It's never been done before. Starting to build it out. It's going to be a show rig, right?
Yeah.
And Kyle from Chop Shop Crew that built out the Porsche, he's going to be helping JP with the build, and it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah. Like you said, it's going to be one of one,
One of one.
Lightweight, 4-wheel drive, overland rig. That's going to be take me everywhere.
Yeah, he's a photographer by trade.
Yeah.
So plug your Instagram, whatever your platform.
Well, the new Instagram is just Comanche Chinook.
Comanche Chinook.
Comanche Chinook, and the YouTube channel Comanche Chinook.
Okay.
We're gonna be featuring the build on there as well as Chop Shop.
Yeah, and then when it's done, I'll tour it. Obviously, I'll go wherever he is. Trust me.
We'll meet up for a tour. Let's meet in South America. Let's take it to South America. Do a tour down there.
He's going crazy. He's going crazy on me. Yeah, we'll do it. Sure.
I mean, I want to do the Pan American in it.
That would be kind of cool.
So,
Argentina.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Go all the way down.
Let's go. I mean, that's a hell of a trip. It's good to see this guy. I'm glad I ran into him. I got to go check out more of the show. Yeehaw. So I just finished up a tour. I just finished up a tour with Boho Vans, and he let me try on, what is this?
It's a hat.
I know it's a hat.
The Yeti.
It's called the
It's called a Noggin Boss. It was actually, I think it
Boss?
was a Shark Tank. I think it was on Shark Tank too.
Was it really?
And apparently people buy these.
Do you guys go to your Shark Tank? People hang out with each other on weekends? Like, what's going on?
I've never met the guys, but I'd like to.
All right. Dude, this thing is rad.
Yeah.
I usually wear my hats backwards, so does that work?
Start the new trend.
Does that work? That's kind of cool. That's a little weird. That's
You look
really
like
weird.
the guy from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Big hat with
Dude.
a huge helmet.
Dude, I might rock this tomorrow at the show.
Please do.
This thing is rad. Sorry, I'm just obsessed. All right, back to another tour. I got Dave from Bossy Vans teaching Kyle on how to twirl a fire stick.
Fire knife.
Fire knife?
Fire knife, yep.
That's what it's called?
Samoan style, although I'm not Samoan, I'm Hispanic, wannabe Polynesian, but yes. But look at Kyle, man.
Kyle's ripping it.
Kyle ripping it.
You know he was his flag.
Would it be
In middle school.
Would it be tougher?
What is it called? JROTC?
There you go.
I was in that for a while.
Would it be tougher if it was lit though, Kyle? Would you be okay with it being lit?
Yeah, I like fire. I like fire.
Dude, did you get some merch, dude?
No, that's my old shirt.
If it's lit, that means you're for sure lit.
Oh yeah.
We're about to do a tour here with Dave from Bossy Vans. We doing it with you or is the son doing it?
No, he left.
All right, we're doing it Dave now. So we're going to do this guy right here behind us. Shout out to Super Pacific because he did the cloud cap on top of that bad boy right there. That's pretty cool. You're welcome, Philip. You just finished this one, right?
We just finished it, 3 days ago.
3 days ago,
3 days
right
ago,
right
yeah.
before the expo?
That's right.
All right, it's the start of day 2 at Overland Expo, and it's the first year, I don't know if I said any of this, but it's the first year in Southern California. We are in Orange County, Costa Mesa to be exact. It's a phenomenal location. A lot of people have said they've been waiting for Overland Expo to come to Southern California. It is now here. Now, for people that don't know this, Overland Expo runs a few shows throughout the year. In my opinion, they are the best shows to attend as an attendee and also a vendor and media for me. Why do I say that? They do their due diligence when it comes to the proper like PR and marketing. Just, oh my goodness, they kill it every year. each show is a little, kind of has their own like niche to them. It's weird because the Costa Mesa one actually feels like the greatest mix of all of them, which is funny because it's the first year. So the only one I have not attended is the Colorado one. However, I have been to the Flagstaff show, the Pacific Northwest show, P&W show, which is in Bend, Oregon, or Redmond, and the Virginia show, which is Overland East. So they have Overland West, which is Flagstaff, Overland P&W, Mountain Expo, which is Colorado, and Virginia Overland East. The Virginia one is probably the smallest. However, it's probably the coolest setup. They have probably about 10 times the amount of campers than vendors. It is everybody that I like. When I was there, I was like, holy crap. The only downfall for me going to that show was I was hoteling it. I was not in a camper of any sort, and I should have. I wish I had something to bring, but I wanted to attend that expo, and it was a couple years ago. Hopefully this is my last show without having any type of camper rig. I've said this before, that it has been an experience that sucks, because like I have to hotel it, you got to spend a lot of money, and it's nice going back to a hotel with a shower and all that stuff, but being a part of the community, being part of the camping, being whether I'm in the DIY section or the creator section, or the camping section, or the media VIP, whatever. It's better experience. I camped at Flagstaff last year and I had so much fun, and I actually used a company's van to camp there. The P&W show last year, I also camped in a van, but I was more of an exhibitor. I was working with a company back then. Let's go to the back right now in my truck. That's Kyle's gas tank, and he had to siphon gas out of his car because you're only allowed to have a quarter tank in the car while it's indoors. If you are an exhibitor outside, you can have whatever. You can have tanks and propanes and all that stuff, but you're inside of a building. They are very strict on rules and regulations. So you have to siphon the gas, and the gas tank has been sitting in the back of my truck all weekend. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Also found it awesome that nobody has taken this. I've left it out here this whole time. It's been great. Enough of me yapping here. Let's go into the show. I'm gonna finish off this coffee. We're gonna walk around today. I did 3 tours yesterday of awesome vans, and I got more jam-packed in for you guys coming in today. So many companies. The more money you pay, by the way, if you're a company, the better spots you get. Or they charge at, doesn't matter how low, I don't know, but my buddy Finn, he only got into this, and I will go by his spot later, because there was a cancellation. That's cool. So it looks like a DIY build-up. He only got into this situation, he got into the expo last minute because there was a cancellation. It happened to be a premium spot, so you have to pay premium pricing. And trust me, it's not in the hundreds, it's in the thousands. I really do like these Grenadiers. I really do. But let's take you guys behind the scenes into the media room. This is our hideaway. This is our media room. This is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this. Sorry, Overland Expo. But they take good care of us. A lot of people that work here aren't just YouTubers. They are journalists of any nature, whether it's a blog or video posting or whatever it is. But we have all the outlets here to charge our stuff. I'm going to actually be in here later to actually work on some video because I'm behind and I got to get that out. Over here is actually all of the campers DIY section. Now if I had my Super Pacific on my truck, then I'd probably be camping over here. These are some big old trucks right there, huh? As you can see, they fit a lot of campers in here. I didn't think that they had this many. I didn't even know they offered camping at the Costa Mesa show. Didn't matter because I didn't have a rig anyways. I could have maybe borrowed one from somebody. As you guys can see, it is virtually impossible for me to stop at every single vendor. Look at this thing. I love orange. I don't know why I like orange. It's a little too bright for me. But it is virtually, what I was saying is virtually impossible to stop at everybody's vendor booth. Test. Now, I did a video with Rome Rest recently, and I love them. Don't get me wrong, but Hest is also a great product. They make these dog beds right here. They also make the seat cushions, and I actually have that bed right there. They're a great product. They roll up to be small. I gotta get one of those little seat cushions. This is their show rig. Oh, I need to buy one of these. I do.
This is actually the first one for this one. This is actually the second time we've done this. I know they did the same.
I'm gonna buy one probably before I leave. I don't want to interrupt people, but he was talking, so I'll come back. But that's a tire table. It goes on your tire right here, and then it's a table. I don't know. Maybe it was a sign that I don't buy it because it was like 120. I think it starts at 120. And it goes up from there. I hate filming in public. I said that before. Bean Trailer did a tour of them a while ago. They're awesome. Let's go see my friends over at Super Pacific. And I actually might have to stop at the Grail tent. Well, maybe I'll get them on the way back, but Grail, I think I'm saying that right, is right in front of me. And they do like water for purification system. Lone Peak is a company that I was looking at before the Super Pacific. And I don't want to poo-poo on anybody. I'm just going to give it to you guys straight. I'm really glad I went with Super Pacific because quality. And it's not that it's bad quality, but there's a reason why it's literally half the price. Their starting rate is like $7,000.
They're here.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Welcome back to the channel.
That's Sasha, everybody. I don't know if
What's up, dude?
How you doing, boss?
Tired? You guys coffeeing?
All right, guys. I'm with Josh and Josh.
Hey.
Josh from Super Pacific, Josh from Rome Rest, and they're actually going to go and attack Rossmonster right now because they're right over here. Because they need to go check out the new Sky that just came out from Rossmonster. Super Pacific has the cloud cap on there, and I don't know what Rome Rest is doing. You just want to try and pitch them?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, it's right there. This is the new Sky. I've actually done a tour of this already. It'll come out in a separate video, but I'm going to introduce. You already know Luke, right?
Yeah.
That is the new Sky. This thing has a rooftop tent on there. It is awesome. We got a whole video of that. I'm gonna go and talk business with these guys. This was the building I was locked out of last night because I left. My laptop was getting heavy in my bag behind me. It's getting to lunchtime. Maybe go and pick up Kyle. He just texted me and said that he is now here. He's a little late, obviously. Look at this guy's setup. This guy had a GoPro and the 360 camera hovering behind him. It's a pretty cool setup. Dometic has a booth here. Actually, I need some Dometic products. Let's see if Kyle is over here. Son of a biscuit. Everybody's over at his Porsche. Oh, there he is.
Very low profile, 10.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Look at this thing.
People are loving this thing, huh?
They are. I think it's the most photographed thing in the entire event.
I think so, man.
And it's the cheapest car here.
Sorry, when we were camping, we didn't cook out of this like we said we were going to.
It was windy and rainy in there.
It was windy, rainy, and Travis to the rescue. What's also interesting is we have a 1979 Porsche right here, but over there we have a brand new GT3, it looks like, and that's on the Falcon Tire booth right next door. So it's like I think more people are congregated around yours than around that beautiful GT3. I know.
I mean,
there's no kitchen out of the back. All right, I'm gonna go walk around. Kyle, I think staying here. You staying?
I don't need to. I just need water.
Oh, EcoFlow has a booth here. No, they probably sold everything. So now we're in between the buildings. What are you gonna say?
I usually, when I've sold my power stations that I have, it's always to someone in overlanding.
Yeah.
Almost every single time.
Yeah. Overlanding, you think overlanding, well, it's obvious. Overlanding is bigger than van life.
Absolutely.
Not even a question. You want to keep going? You want to go in here?
Let's go straight through. Lower barrier to entry.
What do you mean?
Overlanding, cost-wise.
You think so?
Yeah, because if you're doing like a full van build, like Worth,
yeah,
not just some cheap like older one, but if you're doing like a really nice DIY van, it's still going to cost you a lot of money. Whereas like you buy your car and you really don't have to throw a whole bunch of stuff into it. You just get like some rails and a tent. You're fine. You're overlanding. But like
You're fine. You're overlanding.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even need a freaking rooftop tent. Just sleep in the back of your car like I did. Way lower cost of entry. Plus, you can do more. You can off-road.
Let's go in here. He's not wrong, guys. Kyle and I came inside because it is hot today. And I already have a tan line right here.
I got some bad.
You got some? Got some sun. Kyle's showing some skin apparently. Oh yeah, Airhead. It's actually one of my favorite composting toilets, to be honest with you.
Never heard of it.
Airhead is way better than Nature's Head.
The reason it was popular is because they got to the influencers first.
That is true, just like Battleborn.
And Havelock Wool.
And Havelock Wool.
I was having
Not to throw out these companies.
I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and I was like, why did you use all this stuff? And they're like, well, I was just following these people on Instagram, and they told me to do it. And I was like,
they did their job.
Yeah, and I was like, did you buy a how-to like template on how to build a van? They're like, yeah. And I was like,
I mean, I was guilty of that in 2017.
Yeah. Like Court and Nate have a free one. It's decent. Nate's a talented builder.
Yeah. Shout out Court and Nate. There you go. I never wanted to put out a how-to, but I do want to write a book. Now, if I was to write a book, what would you guys, can you guys comment below what you guys would like me to write a book about? I have some ideas, but I want to definitely get in the book writing business.
I would probably write something about being different.
Being different.
Like if you've ever read the book Purple Cow. You ever read that?
Yeah.
Just be different. That's why I build weird stuff. It's like an air compressor system.
But the tent's lifted.
Oh, probably for like hunting, like a blind.
Oh.
You don't even have to get out of bed.
That's kind of cool.
It's illegal, actually.
It's a hunt from a height?
House.
From a house?
Yeah, in Oklahoma, if you shoot a deer or something from like the comfort of your house, which is very possible in certain areas, it's illegal to do that.
You have to be outside, like camping, or like?
You just have to be out in like wilderness and doing that. But
I didn't really see any of the big trucks. You don't want to go outside, do you?
Okay, yeah.
You want to build it out?
Yeah.
So foundation vehicles is what you want.
Yeah, but it's impractical for me.
You want to build like a rolling wood shop, though.
Yeah, I do. I'd rather have like, if I was living in it full time, I'd rather have like the Baja Plus.
Yeah.
Or the Baja Regular.
Yeah, the
He was
Baja
so
Regular.
funny about that yesterday. What'd they end up calling it? The Trail?
The Trail.
Baja. I'd rather have one of those because I just like the shape of them and they look a little bit more like pleasing to the eye.
They are pretty aesthetically pleasing. Oh, you want to check out Go Fast Camper and then walk back?
For sure.
So Go Fast Camper is pretty much the competitor who I'm using, which is Super Pacific. Totally fine. They actually made me a pretty good offer. I ended up going with Super Pacific because I just like the quality a little bit better. Nothing against Go Fast. Some people like Mercedes, some people like BMW. Yeah. It's okay. I do like that orange. That's the only thing I do like.
It looks like a thinner material, like more of a plasticky material.
I didn't say it. That was all Kyle.
Yeah, I'm
but
just saying.
I agree. We could be wrong. Kyle's trying to climb the ladder to feel the material to give us his opinion of that material.
Bed's softer than mine.
So it feels good?
Yeah. That's probably a 3-inch mattress. Decent.
Yeah. How's that material? How's that marine material?
It's thinner, but I think it just looks cheap because of the color.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't look as nice.
Side panels are obviously different as well. Although I feel like these side panels are better than the Lone Peak side panels. They're definitely still thin.
It's an 1/8 inch.
Yeah.
These are hot.
And they don't have the lips. Yeah, the gutters. Thanks.
It needs to be insulated. How would you do an insulated?
So I probably use. Funny Kyle's asking that because I'm about to consider doing it. But you know it's called thermal Frost King. They use it on ducting, and it's actually an R3 value, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to create a thermal break because Kyle just touched this and you could, but I have to spray the whole damn thing.
That's fine. It'll look good.
It's expensive as hell.
Yeah, but you're Jarrod Tocci.
No, I'm not doing that.
I have the contact of Blizzard's going to see.
I could also spray the exterior in a rattle.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Because it needs something. Like, this is
It gets hot. It gets hot. Now I knew that, especially ordering the black. Now, is that hot? Ooh, yeah.
I mean, that's the internal temperature. That's not the external when the
Right.
sun is actually peaking.
I was going to consider, I haven't decided this yet, but I was going to consider using Frost King, and it comes in 12-inch width rolls, 20 feet long, and you buy them at Home Depot. 20 footers, I think, cost like either 15 or 20 bucks. And I would probably take 2 of them to insulate that. It's a foam backing, and it's a metal, it's like a metallic. It's a peel and stick. However, I don't want to have it like a metal box on the inside or a metal looking, so I'd have to cover that up with something. So I was gonna maybe spray like a fabric onto it.
Oh, yes.
Like a Marathon?
Yeah.
Or a Chilowich. The thing is, that stuff, that Frost King I'm saying, is actually pretty thick. It's like 1/4 inch. So will it take away? It has a little bit of weight, not much. Just to give you guys a little inside tip of what I'm planning on doing for Super Pacific, but I gotta wait till I get it to really feel it out and see how I like it and what I want to do. We're gonna go to lunch. See you guys after. Sun is starting to set behind me. This is the camper section of Overland Expo. I just went to the bathroom, used the restroom, and got a couple more tours, finish up, and then I'm hitting the road. But this Costa Mesa show is one for the books. Amazing show. Great turnout. When I say amazing, it's because they had a really good venue. The staff was really nice and great. The vendors were all amazing. The people, the consumers, the patrons that came they had really insightful questions. They had just good people all around. It was crowded on Saturday and it was pretty mellow on Sunday, but 300 plus vendors. I mean, great show. I don't know if I'm going to the other Overland Expos, but if I do, I'll bring you along. I'm about to do a tour with these guys right now. About to do a tour with Alan and who's doing the tour with me?
Evan. No, he
Evan.
took this one away. I just did the last one.
These guys are now fighting on which one's going to do the tour.
Doesn't matter. Either one.
Which one do you want to do the tour to?
Neither.
You want to do a self-guided? Hey,
I am not doing.
You know he do a self-guided. You don't even need us for this.
I could do the self-guided tour, but no, I'm not doing a self-guided tour. I like it. It's a show van.
There was hesitation there. So
because I'm going to say this on the vlog. I don't know if I'll say that in the tour, but I will say that it is not your normal color palette.
You are absolutely correct.
Why is that?
Just got to do something different.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I always love your color palette.
We've done a lot of our normal color palette, and we wanted to try to mix it up a little bit, go for something that's a little bit more modern.
There's a buyer for everything.
Exactly.
But Alan and I talked about this recently, that the colors you guys choose are very earthy and very meant to actually soothe the brain subconsciously without even knowing it.
Man, that's the first I've heard that, but I like that. Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Subconscious brain soothing.
Subconscious brain soothing.
Well, by being in Casper, it was happening to him subconsciously. Now, a year later, he's like, wait a minute, I know it.
Well, the Casper van, I'll throw up an image of that right now. The Casper van was beautiful because the light that we chose was literally emulating down into your body. As I'm tired, so I'm just speaking out my butt here.
And those colors, orange and blue, baby.
Yeah, orange and blue.
and it's sold and it's off to its new customer.
It is sold.
And now we got to build something new and see what else the market. I mean, this one, has a little bit of a darker feel, a little bit more on the masculine side. But like you say, we've kind of jumped around a lot of light tones just to keep the aesthetic boutique and warm and nice, like inside of a nice showroom, nice house. But we had to try something new. So.
Well, masculine tones, that means that Alan did not design this one. He knows I'm kidding. He knows I'm kidding. All right, let's get a tour into this and then I'll end this video. Everybody is packing up. It's been a long weekend, like I've been saying. Toyota tires, they got a big setup. It takes a while to take down. How are you?
Jarrod, right?
Yeah.
I used to work with Chris and Barefoot Theory, and you came to
Oh,
Open Roads Fest.
yeah. Hi. That was actually a person who works at the event, so that was really cool of me to for her to stop me and say hi. Going down to Finn to just say goodbye. That's literally it. But everybody's packing up here, and doing their thing. Let's see what Finn's all about. Toyota has a booth here always. We got the Land Cruisers, we got the Trail Hunter, Tacoma it looks like. Jeez Louise. I should have probably called Finn before I walked all the way down here, because if he's not here, I might be a little pissed. Foundation Vehicles. Finn, how was the event, buddy?
It was really good.
Yeah, I just catch you eating snacks?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been eating all day. No, it was actually a really good event for us, I think.
It was a really good event in general.
Oh yeah, no, this is going to definitely come back next year, probably 3 days.
Yeah, did they already say 3 days next year?
It's gotta be, dude.
It has to be. They only did it 2 days this year.
Neither of us ate or sat down all day. It was just like...
Both days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Bill already took off?
Yep, he's probably already in the air. He's done.
I don't even know if Bill's in this video, but...
He's probably in there somewhere.
Oh my goodness, I got so much footage I gotta go through. Foundation Vehicles, you can find out Finn. I'm sure he's actually... I don't know what the heck I've showed and what I haven't showed. I don't know. I'm all over the place.
We need to do a tour at some point.
We do. I would like to... yeah. Do you want to do a tour in your new location?
Yeah, you probably should.
I think so. But Finn is the man.
You got a lot of videos to do.
I do.
So.
A lot of videos.
You guys be out for a minute.
If you guys want a Mercedes chassis with a custom box on there, or not custom, that is the box.
That is the box.
That is the box. If you want that van right there, contact Finn at Foundation Vehicles, foundationvehicles.com.
Yes, sir.
If you want this massive Chevy 6500 with liquid springs and this mamma jamma of a box, contact Finn here.
It's for sale.
This one's for sale. Everything's always for sale. But he can also make you one too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Any chassis, Ford, Ram, Chevy. Then we also do it on, all the size Sprinter vans and Transit vans. So
yeah,
got lots of options.
Are you working on the ProMaster? And what are you about to say?
E450, the Econoline chassis.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
5 people today.
5 people. Hold on. Oh, so the Econoline, what?
Yeah, the Econoline. That was kind of a weird, massive request this weekend, and we're going to dive into the engineering of it. So
I did a tour of field vans, and they use the same thing, and I found out the reason that they do it is because Ford still makes the Econoline is because it's for U-Haul trucks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did not know this.
Right there.
Yeah, literally right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, what's different between that box and that box is his box is fully insulated.
That's right.
And when we were out camping, we all hung out in that box because it was fully insulated, no heater, and just our body heat we were fine.
Yeah, it was warm in there. Yeah.
It was super warm. I don't know what the R value on the 1.5 inch is.
This is a R12 on the inch.
R12.
Yeah.
This is 2 inch.
Yep, this is 2.5 inch, and this is R18. Yeah.
R18, R12,
yeah.
Already pre-insulated.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference, as well as all the other components that are on that table. You can contact him if you want to know all the engineering stuff. Whatever, it's cool. Our other friend, I'm going to put him on blast right now, Kirby.
Yeah.
Has already stepped inside of it several times, and he's like, I want to build out one of these.
Yeah, dude, he's been in and out of this all weekend and last weekend.
Yeah, he's been crazy.
Yeah, everybody's been chilling in here.
Yeah, so I think Kirby's going to build one of these quickly because he wants to be one of the first to do it. And if I didn't know anything about Kirby, not only be one of the first, but he's going to turn it around in 8 weeks.
And it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
It's going to be Kirby-esque.
Yeah.
This is the end of the video. I am signing off because I am exhausted. I got to go do one more tour, and then I'm hitting the road. I'll see you later. Bye, Finn.
Bye.
Bye.